told you that you were too sensitive, too emotional, too complicated. Maybe they said you overthink everything, or that you should stop taking things so personally. And maybe you believed them. For years I did too. I tried to toughen up, to build walls, to be like everyone else. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't turn off what I felt. I could walk into a room and sense the energy before anyone spoke. I could see pain behind someone's smile. And when something unfair happened, even something small, it would stay with me for days. I thought that meant something was wrong with me. But what if it meant something different? What if the thing that made you feel too much was actually the most extraordinary part of who you are? What if you were never broken at all, but designed to see deeper, feel stronger, love harder, and awaken faster than most people ever will? You're not too sensitive. You're indigo. The indigo energy isn't a label or a category. It's a frequency, a way of being that connects you directly to truth. It's the feeling that you can't lie to yourself anymore. That pretending doesn't work. That comfort means nothing without authenticity. Indigos are the souls who walk through life with open hearts in a closed world. They can't stand hypocrisy. They crave meaning, justice, and honesty, even when it costs them. And they often pay that price. Since childhood, maybe you felt that same dissonance, that strange gap between you and the world. While everyone else seemed to know their role, you were the observer, the one who asked questions no one could answer, the one who saw what others refused to see. And because of that, you probably heard the same words I did. Stop over-analyzing, grow thicker skin, don't be so emotional. But deep down, you knew something they didn't. You felt the truth, and you paid the price for it, in silence, in doubt, in exhaustion. At work, you might have struggled to stay in environments that drained you. In relationships, maybe you gave too much, felt too much, loved too much, until you had nothing left. You've tried to adapt, but your soul refuses to shrink to fit a world that feels wrong. I know that feeling. I've lived it. For years, I thought sensitivity was a curse, until I realized it was a calling. A calling to remember who I am, to remember what I came here to do. And when I discovered the word indigo, something inside me clicked. It wasn't a label. It was recognition. A memory of the truth I had always carried. I'm Stefano Pratt. I've dedicated more than 10 years of my life to exploring this energy. Through writing, through people, through stories. Every week I receive messages from people who say, "Your words helped me understand who I am. I finally feel seen. My life changed the moment I stopped trying to hide. And I don't share this to impress you, but to tell you that I know this path. I've walked through the confusion, the pain, the burnout, and the awakening. And I can help you walk through it too." So how do you know if you're indigo? Listen closely. You feel what others hide. Even in silence, you can sense when something isn't right. You're the one who notices what everyone else ignores. The shift in tone, the hesitation in a voice, the truth behind the words. You can't stand injustice. Maybe as a kid you stood up for someone who was being treated unfairly, even if it cost you something. You didn't do it to be a hero. You did it because your soul couldn't stand still. And you have this deep, unshakable need for purpose. You can't fake your way through a job you don't believe in. You need to know why you're here, what your role is, and how your existence fits into something greater. Sometimes you sense energy in places as if the air itself is alive with information. You get flashes of insight, visions, or dreams that feel more real than memory. You've probably learned to hide it, to play it normal. But deep down, you know there's more. If this sounds like you, you're probably not just sensitive. You're wired differently. You're indigo. And that means your life will never make sense until you learn how to use that energy the way it was meant to be used. Maybe part of you still doubts it. Maybe you tell yourself, maybe I'm just fragile. You're not. But sensitivity is not a weakness. It's a radar, a rare ability to feel the truth in a world built on lies. The problem isn't you. The problem is a society that hasn't yet learned how to handle souls like yours. Today you've discovered something essential. Your difference isn't a flaw, it's your superpower. And in the next video, I'll show you how to turn that pain, that constant sense of not belonging, of carrying too much, into your inner compass. Because your sensitivity was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to guide you. So subscribe, turn on notifications, and don't miss what's coming next. Because this is just the beginning. You're not too sensitive. You're indigo. And it's time to live like it.